Boom.
Biddly, 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 bo. Yes, yes, yo. Eyes itching, bro. Here we go. Ain't nobody down round here. You know what time it is. Get that badger in and on and over here. He's in, he's on, he's over, he's here. I had to move back to get his greatness, and we've got a bit to rattle through. Just reposition him. Or her, who knows. Reposition it. Quick shout out to do. I just want to shout out to the legendary MVP, due to the fact that he gave me a dummy super chat last night, which is proper appreciated. There were loads of people on my live feed last night. I think it hit like 100 live at once, which is awesome. It ended up getting about 1,000 views or something mad. So crazy. The underlap is raging. So I appreciate every which one of you that joins in, gets stuck into comments, or just sits on bog and listens to me while try to stay clear of the wife, so I appreciate it. It's every Thursday, will be remaining, but we've obviously got some quick shit stuff to talk about. Obviously got Cardiff tomorrow at home. I'm buzzing about it, to be fair. Looking forward to getting back to Ellen Road. I do love it large, like. Obviously, you know, they've only got 2 wins in the last 5. They're 18th in league, absolute pap. It's a game that we need to be winning. We've got some tough games coming up after. Yeah, we'll go straight into Coventry after that. Then Millwall in Cup, which obviously, you know, there'll be rotation for. Watford, then Sunderland, then Sheffield United. So, you know, against that, my guy Wilder. So I'm hoping we get back to normal tomorrow. We don't have any hangover from the Burnley game, which I don't think we should have. You know, there's no reason why we would have. I'm hoping we go back to Rothwell in middle. It's not on Gruev that. I just think it's a little bit more. The game's a little bit more open. Rothwell looks a bit further forward. And to be honest, I've got right used to that duo in middle. I think Rothwell and Tanaka are a breath of fresh air in there. I do like it. And then we've got options off at bench that way as well, because he didn't seem to, you know, I know it was Burnley and he probably would bring Rothwell on in a game like this against Cardiff. But Mincy threw it back as well. He was in training, just in the videos, like doing the sharp stuff, like in actual team training. He wasn't just on his own. They showed quite a bit at keepers as well. It's interesting to see how fast them boys can get up off at floor, because, you know, you do wonder sometimes what they actually do in training, and they are sharp. Up, down, across, yes, right, into me, give it, go, you know, and it's all like, whoa, you know, sharp stuff. Sonny Perkins, another forgotten about youngster at the club, has gone. So he's signed on a permanent deal to Leyton Orient, so he's out the door. Another, as I say, one of the players that everybody were yanging on about. The 9 and the 10 we're going to talk about briefly, because the second bid apparently has gone in for that Archer. But the Sunderland have got nothing to do with it, believe it or not. But the Southampton manager, Zurich, however you say his name, he said he's working really hard to understand what I want from him. We will see in these coming days. I don't think anything will happen. Well, he said, I don't think something will happen, but I'm saying anything because this is my video, not yours, Zurich, you bastard. I don't think anything will happen. He will stay with us and we will work with him. I think so. So he's obviously shutting it down a little bit. We've been here before where that means nothing. We've been here before where it means everything. So, you know, what will be, will be. I'm getting increasingly concerned. I was hoping there would be an unveiling. I was hoping there would be somebody new at the club for tomorrow, just in the ground. I thought we might be, you know, I'm going to go with unveiling somebody at half-time or whatever, or before game, saying, here he is, come on down, meet your new number 1, number 9. But I don't think it's looking likely. We were talking quite a bit last night on the live about, well, absolutely all sorts, but when it did talk about football, it was, we were talking about whether the 9 or the 10's more important, and ultimately I actually think either solves the problem. Obviously, Aronson's the place of worry, and I know it pains everybody to say this, but if we get a 9, then Parisley can do the 10 if Aronson's injured. I don't want that to happen. But then if we got Archer, you know, there was a lot of talk last night, he can play in that attacking midfield role. So Archer could do the 9 or the 10. Ramazani, obviously people want to see in the 10, which I am up for, but, you know, Faki don't seem to fancy that, which obviously he knows significantly more than us. But yeah, I think if we got an Archer type, which I think it's becoming increasingly unlikely, to be honest. But, you know, somebody that can possibly play in both roles. If not, you just get the number 9 and then Parisley, if we need, can go in the 10. I personally think Aronson will be all right, to be honest. I think he will plough through. I think hopefully stays injury-free. But, you know, it's just that as the load gets a little bit thicker, as we get towards end of the season, there might be some big sticky games where we just need to switch it up, or he's just slightly out of form, or I don't think he's the type of player at this level that goes out of form. I know he went missing for us last time, and he went missing in Berlin, wherever he went last year on loan. Apparently he had a really poor second half of the season, but I don't think it's that. I think he'd be all right. He's always busy enough, and he's always getting about. He's on the move. He's making a nuisance of himself and stuff. I know he's chipped in with goals and assists, and he's pre-assists. He's always at the start of play and stuff, and he works really hard. But that, we're less reliant on him really. It's more Solomon, James, Ramazani when he gets on, Nonto, Peru, Peral, Parisley, Joseph when he gets on. That's what we're more reliant on, in terms of goals and assists and stuff. Obviously, that's not excusing the fact that Aronson, I personally think, is having a decent year in terms of numbers, but I know everybody's against it. I want to mention as well, does anybody remember Iniaccio, who used to play for Man City, who then went to Leicester, and now I don't even know where he is. Well, there's been some talk that he'd be coming just on loan, and it came out a couple of weeks ago, and I actually spoke about this. I'm interested to know what you boys, whether you would take Iniaccio. I don't know what he's up to anymore. He might be absolutely dog shit, but ultimately this is the type of thing I'm on about. If we're dragging someone in on loan with no intention to sign him, Iniaccio will do the job, won't he? He'll come sit on bench for us. If you put him in front of goal, he'll get us a goal. It's like, I'm not saying it on Joseph, but right now, Iniaccio, however you say his name, Iniaccio, would be an improvement in terms of bringing someone on, wouldn't it? But yeah, I'm starting to wonder whether anybody comes in at this point. Apparently, that Matt Target, for what it's worth, is off to America. So I just think news articles, content creators struggle for stuff to talk about sometimes. Maybe people think that I've struggled through this video, but it is what it is. If something comes up, though, it must come out. So the clickbaiters are in and on and over here. It just is what it is. And then some really sad news I want to end on, because it will be remembered tomorrow during the game. There's another, well, I say another young man. It's like getting crazy now. We're having minutes applause really often, but it's extremely sad, this, as it always is. But there'll be a minute's silence on the 19th minute tomorrow. A young man called Daniel Grace has died in a car crash last week, which is truly terrible. He was only 19, and there was a driver who I think was driver 18, Kobe Jones, and a 19-year-old called Shea Doyle, which is just so bad, that, isn't it? 2 other men were really injured in the crash, apparently. I don't want to sound like a goon. Everybody, seriously, take care when you're out and about. It's like, it's just so bad, is that. So, sorry to end on that on the Friday night, but enjoy yourselves tonight, guys, and I will see you all. I won't be having a vid tomorrow, but I might upload a little short shit. No, a little shit short. Peace.
The way they've been, the results they've had, 1 defeat in 13. I've got Muppets from Leeds talking about pressures on us, and Bamford and Forshaw and a couple of others, and it's over to you and this, that and the other. They got beat 7 times since Christmas. We've been beaten once. We've set it up from Christmas to be in the race.
Boom.
JackCity, bitch! JackCity, bitch! Hey!
I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna hear your promises. You do you, and I'll do me. That's just the way it is. Don't wanna ever feel surprised. That's why I ask no.